Well, hello. I guess the Project Sekai Gacha system hasn't screwed you over too harshly if you're back here. Good, I'm glad. Did you get anything good? I see. Oh, me? Yeah, the last time I made a video like this I was in pretty dire straits, but I got White Day Kanade and Rekka on, and more Makos. But that's besides the point. You're here to learn more about what those fancy fandom terms are, right? Don't worry, I'm hoping this video will clear some of those things up. I'm talking hako limb, Colorfest, Bloomfest, the works. I'll also be explaining Recollection gachas, paid gachas, and the strange state of World Link cards along the way. Before we begin though, I'm assuming you already have basic or intermediate knowledge of the Project Sekai Gacha system itself. If you don't, I already have a handy little video you can watch. Check the link in the description for that one. If you've already watched it or already know about the Project Sekai Gacha system, then you're in the right place. I have a lot to get through today, so I shouldn't stall for too much longer. But one quick thing, if you're looking for just one section, I've added timestamps in the description as well. Let's begin with the more well-known gachas, Colorfest, Bloomfest. I'll be starting off with Colorfest. Colorfest, or Colorful Festival, is a special type of gacha banner that happens about every 3 months or so. They usually line up with the anniversaries and 0.5 anniversaries, or select holidays, New Year's being the most common. Colorfest tend to follow the JP calendar, but the EN server will hold a special, super short Colorfest on its anniversary, since it's a bit later than JP's. Each Colorfest has 2 exclusive cards that do not match the set of the other 3 or 4 cards on the banner. The Colorfest exclusive cards run for about 3 or 4 days before they're gone, and the other matching set remains as a separate banner. I'm going to use the JP 2.5 year anniversary Colorfest gacha as my point of reference here. Here are all of the cards on the banner. For the first 3 days, all of these cards are available on the gacha. After that time is up, the Ren and Len cards go away, and just the Enna, An, and Shiho cards are available. Oh, did I mention that Colorfest have a doubled 4-star drop rate? That's a 6% rate. But the double drop rate is only active for those first 3 days. Colorfest cards are also given extra special attention in terms of quality, side story, and skill, so they're great gachas to save for and pull on if you like them. All Colorfest cards, including both the 2 exclusive cards and the separate set, are limited. You'll be happy to hear that Bloomfest isn't too different from Colorfest. In June of 2024, Colorfest rebranded to Bloomfest. All of the same rules apply, with the bonus rate, exclusive cards, and the time limit. The only thing that's different is the general theme of Bloomfest cards, which have an extra special side story that's generally quite lore-heavy. And, as of writing this, each original character that's been given a Bloomfest card has had the untrained version portraying that character as a child. So far we have Baby Kanade, Rui, Haruka, An, Midori, and Enna. It's about to be the JP server's 5th anniversary, and I'm pretty sure the cards for the anniversary's Bloomfest will be out by the time this video goes up. So I wonder which baby character we'll be getting to see next. Oh, the Bloomfest cards only need 3 wish drops to train fully and also come with 2 skills. So yeah, those festival cards are definitely some of the best to invest in if you're interested. Here are some of my Colorfest and Bloomfest cards. This Enna is my pride and joy, I love her dearly. Unfortunately, Reaper Kanade escaped my crystals, but that's okay, I have a lot of Kanade cards. Now, you can find a lot of videos on Recollection gachas since they're a relatively new gacha type, debuting on the EN server around May of 2025. The EN debut was just a bit earlier than the JP debut, so it could coincide with the movie's international releases. This section isn't going to be overly detailed, so if you're still confused or want to know more of the small nuances, I'd suggest checking out another explanation video. This one by More Sekai really helped me understand. Okay, here's the short and sweet of it. Recollection gachas are a massive pool of old limb cards with fest odds. It's a little more complicated than that though, so let me explain. Limited gachas will have 2 reruns after their initial run. I'll use the lower set again as my point of reference. So obviously, the original run for these cards on EN happened in October of 2022 alongside the event. Then there was a rerun about a year later, and the final rerun in March of 2025. After that, those cards are gone forever. You have no chance of getting those cards. Except for in the new gacha type, Recollection gachas. The lower set, along with any limb sets that have already had their 2 reruns, are shoved into a giant pool and given fest odds, aka the double drop rate. Sounds great, right? Well, not really. There's a lot of old limb cards. The game's going on 4 or 5 years now, depending on the server. Those movie Recollection gachas I mentioned earlier made the new type a little bit better, since each unit was given their own special banner. So essentially, you could only get Night Chord cards if you pulled on the Night Chord movie Recollection gacha. Make sense so far? Good. Just to put these gachas into perspective though, you'll need up to 400 pulls on a banner in order to guarantee the card that you want. At that point, it's not even worth sparking. Also, since the movie gachas have already happened, any future Recollection gachas will feature all units, though they are the only way to get some of those old limbs. If you do decide to go for any of those old cards, make sure you have enough saved, or prepare for disappointment. Don't let those fest odds fool you. This section will be brief, I promise. I received a few comments on my other Project Sekai gacha system video asking about paid gachas. I didn't feel like it was overly necessary to mention paid gachas since they're generally only costumes or 4-star selectors. Paid gachas are common things, but they're not game-breaking or anything. Then, the Persona collab happened. For those unaware, the Persona collab featured some cosmetics and exclusive items, but most of those items and cosmetics were locked behind a paid gacha wall. It sucks, but that's just how it ended up. Most collabs aren't paywalled as far as I'm aware though. Neither the N-Stars collab nor the Sanrio collab were paid exclusive, and I don't think the upcoming Tamagotchi collab on JP will be either. Just make sure you pay attention to official announcements before you get your hopes up. Let's get this out of the way first. What the hell is a hako limb? You may have seen this term around the fandom somewhere, I'm sure. Thankfully, the definition of the term isn't complicated at all. A hako limb is just a limited set where the characters featured all belong to the given unit. Many mixed focuses have limb cards, so it's a way to differentiate between focused limbs and mixed limbs. Rui 5 is a hako limb since it features Rui, Nena, and Tsukasa as the 4-stars and is a Rui focus. Beside Unchanging Warmth, or the Musique New Year's event, is not a hako limb because the characters on the banner are Mizuki, Shiho, and Meiko. Hako means box, or in this case unit, and limb is for limited. Unit limited, essentially. Hope that clears things up because I had no idea what hako limb meant for the longest time. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about World Link cards and how they're just a bit different from any other card types. The second round of World Links will be starting in April on the EN server, so you have plenty of time to save if you want them, by the way. World Link cards are technically limited. I say technically because they don't give hairstyles for mastery rank like the regular limbs do. Instead, you get a special cut-in for specific 3D MVs for that character. Basically, it's just some extra additions to whatever song they decide to include for that card. Another thing about World Link cards is that they don't really get reruns. At least they weren't going to until the second round of World Links got announced. Now they get rerun alongside the new cards. World Links also have support gachas, which is like the movie Recollection gacha, except perm cards are included in the pool. I wouldn't recommend pulling on the support gachas, they're not really worth your time. Some people might try to dissuade you from pulling for World Link cards because they're not as good as limb cards in terms of gameplay and what you can get from them, but who cares? If you like them, go for them! World Link cards are pretty hard to come by anyway, so I say go for what you like. Remember, if you play on EN, you can plan and save. With all of these different types of gachas, it's within your best interest to look ahead and save yourself the frustration. Well, that just about wraps up everything I wanted to say. As I said in my previous video, the Project Sekai gacha system is exceedingly complicated, so don't worry if this still sounds like a foreign language. You'll get used to it, I promise. Please don't be afraid to ask any questions in the comments. I'd be happy to answer them. The length of this video really got away from me, but there's so much I left unsaid that I feel like I needed to get it all out in one swing. This should wrap up my Project Sekai informational videos, but if they announce more things or if there's something you've been confused about and want me to dedicate a video to, please let me know. For now, I'll be back in the NF5 grinding trenches. Take care out there. Happy gambling!